let's record here. And make sure. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Let me fire up the email real quick. Make sure there were no submissions for what's on your easel. None. So that'll affect things. Yeah. That'll make that go quick. Alright, so then we want to go to and record there. So come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation, but maybe the rain. Sorry, carried away. Okay, let's see. Where are we? What are we doing here? I have my book. I have my mouse. I have my brushes. I have paint. Lights are on. We're recording. I'm here. You're here. The kids are with my wife, who was supposed to be getting her tattoo touched up. She's got a little prison tattoo that the ink is kind of faded on. She wanted to get that touched up before we went on vacation. So yeah, my mom's not here. She's at home. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Take your headphones off. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Artistic Biker, live from the back porch. How's everybody doing? We've been chatting a little bit. Did the ships dock together this week? No, Boudreaux, I just now got home. Boudreaux's in the chat room asking about last week. We were talking about the ships passing in the night and how my wife is too beautiful for me just to kiss hello and goodbye at the same time. And that was Thursday. Friday and Saturday was running around like chickens with our heads cut off, trying to get everything caught up what we'd missed out on. And then Sunday I left again. And so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Thursday. I just drove in from Midland. I was in Midland this morning. So I just drove in from Midland. I've been home an hour now. And so, no, the ships haven't docked yet, but I'm kind of hoping. I'm kind of hoping for a little. That's personal. I'm a bad boy. Anyway, hey, Paula just came in. Paula just got here. Everybody clean your act up. Paula's here. We all know that we don't act like this around Paula. Hi, Paula. Paula and Carrie and Rain and just about everybody in the chat room was at this thing in Maryland last week. Good stuff. You guys look like you had so much fun. So much fun. What else? What else is going on? Did I mention that I just got home? I've been driving all morning long. All right. So, what's going on this week? Mostly I was just driving around with my new sunglasses. So, I think I want to journal a little bit about that. So, I'm going to do the intro to the YouTube video, and we'll talk about it on the other side. I'm a bad boy. All right. I don't know what to do. There's no kids here to distract me. There's no wife to talk to. My mother's not here. I got to figure something out because when I'm here all by myself, I don't have anybody or anything to talk about. It's so lonely. Yeah, since my baby left me. All right, hang on. Hello, peoples. Welcome to this week's edition of the Artistic Biker. Last time on the Artistic Biker, it was two lovers passing like ships in the night. And you can see the two ships in the background passing, and my red-headed wife, well, she's auburn-headed, actually, with a blonde streak dyed. Anyway, she was kissing me hello and goodbye at the same time, and I decided that my wife is too beautiful to kiss hello and goodbye at the same time. So we're trying to fix some of that up. Anyway, that's what I was journaling about last week. This week I've got some new sunglasses, and driving around in them, I just can't seem to stop singing Elvis songs in them. But they need to be bedazzled. So I want to journal a little bit about that. So with that, let's just turn the page and get started. All right, and you can see we've got the same problem because this signature was sewn loose, or maybe the knot came loose somewhere. Who knows? But because this signature was sewn loose, you can see it's moving. So we're going to do the same thing this week with the duct tape. If I can figure out where it is, we'll just duct tape that down. That is not, it's a problem. It is not an insurmountable problem. That's management language. People come to you and say, I have a big problem. You have to acknowledge they have a problem. Yes, that is a problem, and I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. It's not an insurmountable problem. Let's see if we can figure out how to solve it. All right. It's a good thing I put that lid on last time. The paint was on its side. It might have spilled all over the place. Duct tape does rule, Carrie. Carrie's in the chat room saying duct tape rules. Duct tape does rule. There's so many things you can do with duct tape. Duct tape comes in handy when you're camping. It comes in handy in art supplies. It comes in handy for date night. So many things you can do with duct tape. It's just a wonderful product to have around the house. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick. We'll take a little break and be right back. But at the same time, I'm using Kills. And Kills sticks to just about anything. All right, what do we do for background? Let's have, I'll tell you what. I've been using a lot of blues lately. Let's stick with that for a little while. And let's get a little bit of sky going. Since I was in Midland, it's not unreasonable to have a desert sky going, right? A little bit of water lubricates the page. Lets the paint spread. It does. Of course, it was cloudy. It rained. Met wife, it rained on me. I was kind of happy for it too, because this time I had to work out in the sun for a little while, which is why, why I got the sunglasses. Had to get out there. I got out there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and stayed out there until noon. And by the time I was finished, it was 102 degrees. That's white. So I was just a little thankful for the rain clouds that kind of hung around. But by the time morning came around, they were really just kind of interspersed, where you were like praying that one of them might just roll over in front of you. Just hoping. Just hoping that it would rain a little. Let me dry that. How are we doing on time? We got time. Let me dry that so I can come back and put some clouds and cactuses in there. Here, let me show you this picture. This is, Carrie, this is a ginger suntan. This is what happens when my wife goes out and spends too much time in the sun. My wife and my oldest boy, this is what happens to them when they get out in the sun. You gingers can appreciate that, I'm sure. Kind of like Carrie, I'm getting painty. Can't talk, I'm all painty. I'm right. Green. Where's my green? It's like painting Christmas trees. And add a touch of orange to that, make some mud. Put some scrub in there. Just trying to get essence of desert, right? Essence of desert. Because you know that's all that's out there in Midland. And I wasn't actually in Midland. I was actually out in Carlsbad. Actually out in Carlsbad, so it was actually more desert than normal. Might spend some more time watching that Tim Gagnon's videos on how to do clouds, but I think that would be fine for us, don't you? How's that for a quick desert scene? Hi, Pamela French. How's that for a quick desert scene? So, let's set that aside and do what's on your easel. What's on your easel? What's on your easel? What's on your easel today? All right. Now, Carrie said she sent a direct message in Twitter, which would have popped up in my email. There we go. So there's Carrie's book. What did the tweet say? I learned to sew books with a pamphlet stitch. There we go. That took forever. I learned to sew books with a pamphlet stitch. So there's Carrie's books with a pamphlet stitch. So that's what Carrie sent. And then Pamela French sends 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas, named it American Hippie. Yay. Look at that. With a little red, white, and blue background and her sunflowers or daisies. Sunflower daisies. Losing petals. I like that, Pamela. So Carrie's got a neat book and Pamela's got some sunflowers going on. Cool beans. So, and now it's going to be anticlimactic, if you will, for having taken so long to get to it. Because I mean, it's not that amazing. I have continued on with my value sketches, my little 3-minute value sketches, just to kind of stay in the habit and to use them as warm-ups. I've been doing little 3-minute value sketches, so I've continued that, and I've also been doing the figure sketching. It's kind of the same way, just quickly trying to render the sketch the quickest. But the thing I'm most excited about to show you is the watercolors. I've been going through my Facebook friends, and I just started with the top one on my list and started going through my Facebook friends and doing watercolor sketches of their faces, of their profile pics. Yeah, I know, old school, right, Rain? We'll just go back and show the actual books. So there's my friend Don, and then there's my friend Ron from the. This is obviously an early '80s shot because he's in his 60s now. I have to be careful with the figure sketches, Voudreau, because if Ustream catches wind that you're showing any kind of nudity, and especially with a bot in the room, they'll kick you out. So anyway, as much as that was like pulling teeth, that's what was on my easel. That's what was on your easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com, and we'll use your works to inspire other people to do works, because that's what this is all about. So that said, this is not quite dry. I'm going to dry this a little bit more. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. So let's obscure that just a little bit. Because that's not the highlight of the page, right? That's just the background. So we'll obscure it a little. Now I'm going to show you, while that sets up, I'm going to show you my sunglasses. So every time I drive to one of these locations, if it's within 8 hours of the house, I'll just drive, because by the time I drive an hour north to the airport and then sit at the airport for 2 hours and then fly for 2 hours to another airport, get a rental car, and then drive to the location, it's still 8 hours. and I've had to give up control to somebody else. I've had to give away another pocket knife to TSA. I've had to do all kinds of stuff that I don't want to do. I couldn't even pass gas. Can't listen to my music. You know, the whole schmeal. So if it's within 8 hours, I'll just drive. But the problem is that the minute I start driving, I start getting sleepy. And so usually within an hour of leaving the house, I have to pull over somewhere and take a 15-minute nap. And most of the time, that'll get me all the way down to wherever I'm going. But it almost every time, I just can't seem to keep my eyes open. And it turns out it's the glare making me squint. And so I decided I would stop and get me a pair of these sunglasses that go over my real glasses. And you can laugh all you want to. I didn't get the least bit drowsy going down there. I drove all the way down there and I drove all the way back, and I didn't get the least bit drowsy. Didn't close my eyes. Didn't have to pull over. Didn't have to do anything. So this is a winner for me. But look how bulky these things are. These are those old lady glasses that you see, and they have the scarves and the makeup. When they're driving, you can just picture them just trying looking over the steering wheel like this right here, right here. These are old lady glasses, but I prefer to think of them as my Elvis glasses, and they just need to be bejeweled around the edges, right? So I took a picture of them, of me wearing them, like that right there. And I thought that I would just modify them suckers in my book. Because seriously, the minute I put them on, all I could think, I was singing Ray Charles songs. I was singing "There Were 7 Spanish Angels at the Altar of the Sun." I was singing Stevie Wonder songs. My Sherry Amor. I was singing, but mostly I was singing Elvis songs. Well, since my baby left me, found a new place to dwell. Can you hear my wife in there playing the music? Singing along? Down at the end of Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel, and I've been so lonely, baby. I've been so lonely. Well, I've been so lonely, I could die. I also learned how to print from my phone, which is pretty cool. Mod Podge. Where's the Mod Podge? Here's the Mod Podge. Oh, that's high gloss Mod Podge. I don't guess it matters. I can use the high gloss Mod Podge, but here's the regular Mod Podge. No, those. I'm not making fun of the old ladies. I'm making fun of the fact that I can see. They're in there teasing Rain. Rain, are you an old lady? Because she wears those kinds of glasses. I was just so proud I could see. I had some green paint left in that. I don't want the green paint. I cheated a little bit. I printed this from my phone, and then I sprayed it with gloss coat, or with clear coat, so that the ink wouldn't run while I did this part. So I cheated just a little bit. Kind of like when Julia Child would tell you, and then you put the duck l'orange in the oven, and you pull it out 4.5 hours later, and it looks just like this. She's got the one that she's already prepared earlier. Well, just before the show, I printed that and covered it with some gloss, with some clear coat, so that I could paint on it without making the inks run. I know, Rain, seeing while driving is very, very important to me. Show you this real quick. This is what this is what my day is like when I come back from a location. All day, every day. Where'd the chat go? Did I close the chat? There we go. What have I done? Okay, there we go. All right, where were we? Let's start with the suit, right? Can't talk arting. And then let's really dazzle up them glasses. That. And then, how are we doing on time? Oh, we have plenty of time. You guys aren't in a hurry tonight, are you? What'd she do with my black? The little girl was in here arguing with me last week. She took my black paint and did what with it? She will tell me that she put it back, which means she put it someplace I won't look. Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. There's a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those flames up high. It doesn't really take much to get my wife in there to sing Elvis. Wow, I wish there were more than 24 hours in a day. But even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't split a minute away. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Lady luck, please let the dice stay high. Let me shoot a 7 with every shot. Viva Las Vegas! I need to dry that real quick so I can add shadows. So yeah, that's what I need to do to my glasses. Is I need to bedazzle them. All right. Oh yeah, I guess I need the scarf, don't I? The cravat. My wife is still in there whistling Viva Las Vegas. All right. Where's my ink brush? I love my brush pen. There we go. I love my, I don't know if I ever tell you how much I love my brush pen, but I love my brush pen. All right. So that's that. And then let's add just a little more. I need an ink pen. See if we can get the right shade of mud here. Give me just a minute to get this worked out in my head. can't talk, Artie. Pamela's in the chat room. She says she just got a brush pen and she wanted to know what it was I should have treated with. Pamela, the best thing is to treat the threads with crap. I can't think of what to call it. Treat the threads with grease. What kind of grease? Does anybody remember what kind of grease it was? Silicone grease. The best thing is to treat the threads with silicone grease. So that it will not seal on you, but it won't seal forever, and it will prevent it from leaking. So that's what it, this one though, I treated this one with what did I treat this one with? Paraffin wax. No, I can't tell the difference between the two. She's in the chat room. Pamela's in the chat room, asking. Yeah, you can buy the silicone gel at any hardware store. Plumbers use it for to seal the threads on their stuff. And paraffin wax is really just the same thing as lip gloss. So. Yeah, I actually used Carmex. But no, I can't tell the difference. Functionally, I can't tell the difference between the two. I'm willing to bet that the silicone gel was probably a better thing to use, but I didn't have any, or I couldn't find it in the house. So I improvised. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What do you think about the Sharpie brush pens? Range in the chat room saying she got the Sharpie brush pens the other day. What's he doing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. All right, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's put some letters on there. That paint is just so thick. I just have the hardest time making that paint spread. I need to just donate this to my wife's school and go get me some more paint. That's exactly what I need to do. I need to just donate this to the wife's school and go get me some new paint. Quit whining about it. There we go. And then I feel naked. I don't have a pen on me. I don't have an actual pen on me. There we go. All right. So I need to bedazzle my new sunglasses. Right? Hi, Dee Dee. And then over here in the corner where the page is curled up for next week, because next week is SeaWorld. We're going on vacation next week. And so we're going to SeaWorld. And so you can see Shamu there just kind of curl the page over and is bursting out. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna dry. You know what? Let's. Where's my brush pen? I think I want these letters to stand out a little more. What's Dee Dee doing up this late? There we go. All right, guys. I'm calling that done. Thank you so very much for joining me. I want to do this. Thank you very much for joining me. You know I look forward to this every week. This is my favorite night when I get to art with my besties. We used to do a smaller book in the summertime, but because the pages go so fast in the summertime, because I want to spend so much more time with my family. But I like the big books, so we're going to stick with it. But goes so much faster in the summertime, but it's still my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties and I get to spend it with you. So with that, be sure and tune in next week. We should have Tales from the SeaWorld next week, because we're going to be driving back, start wicked early in the morning so we can be back in time for the show. But that said, thank you very much. Be sure and tune in next week. Same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. Mwah. Peace out. And then we dance. And then we dance until somebody is nice enough to tell me that they see me dancing, so that nobody gets hung up on the lag trying to figure out what I'm talking about. Right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boudreaux, are you in San Antonio? If you're in San Antonio, I may look you up. Maybe we can have a, oh, Rain sees me dancing. It's over.